Hi, and welcome back to Mindful Minis, Episode 3. Today's episode, Changing Thought Habits. In today's skill, we will be focusing on identifying negative self-talk thoughts, replacing them with positive affirmations, and doing so in a judge-free zone. Things to remember as we learn a new skill: be here in this present moment, give yourself patience, and always accept kindness. Being able to implement this skill is so important for our everyday lives because it allows us to change our perspective of our world. And as this saying goes, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. An essential component to getting our minds ready for this skill is breathing. So here I encourage you to take a deep breath in, hold it, and release. Do this as many times as you need throughout this skill. Hi everyone, meet Reese. She's the mindfulness cat. She's going to join us on all of our adventures. So let's get started by jumping into our mind space together and see what happens. In today's adventure, we start in a gloomy space, one where we feel overwhelmed and sad and maybe even less than. And that's okay. Let's talk about what we do and where to begin when we find ourselves in this kind of spot. When we find ourselves in a whirlwind of negative emotion, it's important to remember the skills we've learned thus far. Stop, breathe, acknowledge the space that we're in. Take a moment to then observe the thought cars as they pass. Doing this while wearing our judge-free goggles can hone in on those negative self-talk thoughts. These thoughts can be, I'm not good enough, I don't have enough time, I'm a fraud, I can't do it. By able to identify these thoughts, we can then change our perspective. By knowing what those negative self-talk comments are in our mind, we're able to flip them. So instead of saying, I'm not good enough, I don't have enough time, I'm a fraud, I can't do it, we can instead say, I am good enough. I can get as much done as I can in this time. I'm still learning, and that's okay. I can do it. Saying these things out loud whenever we have these thoughts is critical in changing our thought process. Maybe even tallying them down whenever we change our thoughts, being able to look back and see how many thoughts have we changed and been able to recognize when we have those positive self-talk instead. Also, as we see here with Reese, that doesn't mean that it's not gloomy and rainy, but instead we take the positive and able to use that for our advantage. Next episode, we will be going over basic mindful breathing, which is a key factor to being able to be present, opening our minds, and being calm in any moment. Thank you for joining us today. And remember, be kind to yourself, to others, and to the journey.